How much should one dilute a winning formula? Do humans not need communal boards? And are cards alone enough to float the boat? All these questions and more are about to get answered. Welcome to Terraforming Mars ARES expedition in 5 minutes or less. The jig remains the same as its parent game, however, with you controlling interplanetary corporations with the goal of making the red planet habitable and nudge nudge wink wink profitable. The game's core is its 5 actions that each player chooses from simultaneously, and once revealed will combine to make everyone's available actions for the turn. 2 of those involve playing cards from your hand to your tableau. 1 allows you to take ancillary actions, and the remaining will see you drawing cards and producing resources. But your chosen action will also give you and only you a bonus as well. But like many good engine builders, is your tableau of project cards that will get you on your way to upping your resource generation. Whether it's the slow burn of green, the repeatable uses of blue, or the potent one-time effects of red, they all enable the same goal, that being to give rise to oceans, increase oxygen levels, and raise the ambient temperature, which will ultimately signal the end of the game. Each action cannot be chosen by a player 2 turns in a row though, and the sequence of actions is always the same. So card play comes before actions, which then comes before card draw, and finally production. And so determining what you really need to do this turn, and then banking on or hoping for what others might do, is the key to success. So why might you like it? Well, the engine building found in the card play will bring forth so many meaningful decision points. With your finite resources forcing you to take a look at the cards in your hand, take a view on what stage of the game you're in, and make the most efficient play that provides the greatest return on investment, is everything you could ask for and more. The action selection process pros more than it cons. The sequence of actions is an ever-present secondary consideration, and the inability to choose the same one back to back makes for indirect interaction that will see you second guessing what your opponents might do and eking out as much as possible from every turn, with the bonuses giving you enough incentive to give you pause for thought. There's also a great deal of freedom in how you approach your tableau, with the complete lack of direct threats against you, and the ease within which you can draw new cards and even cash them in if you don't like them enhances the Euro feel of the game no end, with all sorts of possible strategies arising during each playthrough. But why might you not like it? Well, it's a bit all over the place when it comes to player scaling. Naturally, more actions are likely to be available at higher player counts, and the endgame comes a lot sooner, meaning that the play experience is considerably different at each player count. Maybe that's a good thing, as a playthrough shouldn't outstay its welcome, but it's still a bit jarring. And I've tried my best not to compare this to Terraforming Mars, but the shadow of that game does loom, with the simultaneous action selection upsetting the balance of the first come first served nature of the progression tracks, and the pointless communal board that houses the oceans only reminds you that any meaningful interaction and take that elements are absent. If you're looking for similar games, then we can't ignore Terraforming Mars and Race for the Galaxy, that this is really a mishmash of. But what ARES Expedition does do is provide a focused engine building experience that does its best to please. Alas, I've been the voice of Benji, and this video has ended. Fun fact, ARES is to Greek mythology as Mars is to Roman mythology. Talk about cross-pollination.